alkaline, and the best way to do it is by drinking this water right here. Okay? Those are the three properties of the water. Now, this is, his name is Dr. Shinya. He's one of the top medical doctors in the world. If you read his biography, Dr. Shinya, some of his patients are royalty, you know, kings, queens, all of that. United States executives, president. When you read this, why is he so famous? By the way, when I brought him here for a convention, here in the same, over there, jam-packed, thousands of people, hundreds of doctors to hear his presentation. Why is he so famous? You're looking at the doctor that helped discover a procedure called colonoscopy. That's the guy. And I know most of you know colonoscopy. Some guys don't know it because they're a little bit young. But I tell them, don't worry about it. Because someday you're going to meet his invention. All the guys here. You just have to be careful because someday his invention is going to sneak up behind you. Here's the biggest clue we got. Dr. Shinya, who runs two of the largest medical practices in the world, who's done over 350,000 colonoscopies, who's rated #1 in that field, prescribes Kangen Water to every patient at his medical facilities. It's part of their treatment regimen. And you should see the results. We're not allowed to show it here, but take a look at some of the results when you have a chance. If somebody has some of the pictures, some people even have the live pictures of what the water does after a while. Unbelievable. It's absolutely incredible. Okay? So, and by the way, all the books say it. Removing acid waste. You're not sick. All disease come from the same place. All the books say it. How come they don't teach it? Because of the second book. It's about the pharmaceutical industry. Very big, by the way. Did you guys know how big the pharmaceutical industry is? They're one of the largest conglomerates in the world. One of the three. They're the biggest. Wow. They have more lobbyists in Washington than anybody. They pay more in commercials than any other product. You guys know that? More than beer, more than any medication. Okay? That's the book right there. It's called Your Body's Many Cries for Water. All right? And I just want to let you guys know, by the way, when we first were looking at this, I kept looking at this, and they kept saying, Japan. Japanese have been on this water over there. Almost everybody has an ionizer, you know, and it's like a microwave over there. All the old people are on it. So finally I said, man, you know what? Okay, they've been using this for years. Find out who the longest living people in the world are. You can Google it. United Nations puts it out. World Facts CDI puts it out. You can Google it. Just put longevity world countries. It'll give it to you. Guess who #1 is? Japan. Wow. If you're like me though, you'll think just like I'm thinking right now, Japan. It's got to be their sushi. Am I right? Their diet, their fish, their this. Take a look at the top 5 countries. It's in a book called The Blue Zone. Guess what they have in common? I think the title tells you. The Blue Zone. Guess where we are? If you're from the United States, we're number 38. Right below Cuba, where they shoot people. How can that be? Anybody heard of Cuba? Hurricanes, disaster, hurricanes, poverty, hurricanes, military, hurricanes. The citizens in Cuba live longer than Americans according to every study. Is that crazy?